At this time, I yield 3 minutes to my friend, my colleague, the distinguished member of the Armed Services Committee, gentleman from Rhode Island, Mr. Langevin.
The gentleman is recognized for 3 minutes. Without objection.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. I want to begin by commending and recognizing the hard work done by Chairman Skelton, as well as my colleague and friend from New Jersey, Mr. Andrews, as well as my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, Mr. McHugh and Mr. Conaway and others. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to urge passage of the Weapons Acquisition System Reform through Enhancing Technical Knowledge and Oversight Act of 2009, or the Waste TKO Act. I again want to thank the Chairman of the Armed Services Committee, Chairman Skelton, for his outstanding leadership in addressing this critical issue and bringing to this floor a bill so quickly and with such strong support. I was honored to be a part of the Conference Committee, and I'm happy to see such a strong bipartisan bill come back to the House for final passage. In today's world, we face a difficult balance between keeping our nation safe and operating within the fiscal constraints of our current economic climate. And the taxpayers truly are demanding that we always be good stewards with their dollars. And we can all understand the outrage of the American people when they hear about billions of dollars in cost overruns in weapons acquisition programs and their demand for change. And that's what this bill truly brings, accountability and change to our weapons acquisitions process. The Waste TKO Act is part of a broader effort by the administration to tackle cost growth through ensuring accurate performance assessments, providing intensive care to sick programs, and fighting cost growth in the early stages of development. Now, along with our efforts in the Congress, the Defense Department plans to add 20,000 personnel over the next 5 years to help implement reforms in government contracting. This dual effort is a positive sign of change that will ultimately help keep our nation safer and more agile in its warfighting efforts. Now, specifically, this bill will bring oversight to the muddled process of performance assessments by requiring the Secretary of Defense to designate a principal official to provide unbiased evaluations on the success of our acquisition programs. The bill will also mandate additional reviews for programs that fail to meet development requirements or have extreme cost growth problems. Now, when cost overruns and schedule delays continue to haunt a program, it threatens the ability to provide our men and women in uniform the best equipment possible to protect our nation. This bill goes a long way toward increasing effective congressional oversight and will help us continue to be responsible stewards of U.S. taxpayer dollars. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this legislation. A lot of hard work went into crafting the strong bipartisan measure. Again, I want to thank Chairman Skelton and Ranking Member McHugh and Mr. Andrews and Mr. Conaway and all the members of the team that were part of this effort, and I'm proud to support this important piece of legislation. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from New York.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.